Yes, sir.
In first unit, we are discussing the 8085 is there. From previous lecture, we will start the next unit. Unit number second is 8051 is there. In previous lecture, we were discussing in 8051, there is a features of the 8051. Then what is meant by the embedded system is there. Characteristics of the embedded system we are discussing in the first lecture of the 8051 is there. Today we are going to discuss the architecture of 8051. Same architecture we are discussing the architecture in 8085 there. Somewhat similar in between these two, only some difference is there. First same similarities, both having the ALU is there, arithmetic logic units. Both having the flag register is there. Here flag register is replaced by the program status word is there. So one by one we are discussing the architecture of the parts of the architecture 8051. Okay. So this is the architecture of 8051. See, in 8051, there are four number of ports are there. So this is the port 0, port 2, port 3, and port 1 is there. These are the four ports are there. We are connected to the output peripherals to this port to the 8051 is there. Again, main part of this 8051 is ALU. Main part of this ALU is there. ALU is 8-bit. ALU is 8-bit. So microcontroller it says as a 8-bit microcontroller is there. So that microcontroller says that 8-bit microcontroller because ALU is contain 8-bit means addition, subtraction, multiplication, dividing, or all arithmetic operations and logic operations such as AND or AND are done by using the arithmetic logic units are there, and so it is the 8-bit, so it is called the ALU is the arithmetic logic unit is there. Another is the PSW. Another is the PSW. It is the program status word. Program status word is similar to our flag register which is present in 8085, but some flags are incremented in PSW is there. Okay. Another difference between these two is that here is the RAM. Here is a RAM present in microcontroller, which is not present in your 80, which is not present in 8085 there. Then it is having a program address registers, program registers are there, buffer registers are there. These are present in your 8051. So main difference between microcontroller and microprocessor is that processor is contained inbuilt RAM is there. Sorry, controller is contained inbuilt RAM is there. Processor is not contained inbuilt RAM is there. So you have to connect the external RAM to the processor is there. It contains a program memory also. Data memory is different in the 8051 controller is there. There is here is a RAM. Here is EEPROM or ROM is there. So difference between microcontroller and microprocessor is inbuilt RAM is there. Some advanced microcontroller is also contain ADC is there, DAC is there, inbuilt ADC, analog digital converter, inbuilt DAC also they present in the microcontroller, which is the advanced microcontroller is there. But if you want to do the calculation with microcontroller, you have to connect the external DAC or ADC there. So here is the RAM and ROM present in your 8051 microcontroller. This is the ALU and programs. We will discuss the program status word ALU in next lecture. Next part is there one by one. Then another is the register B. Another is the register B is there. See, it is very important register. Accumulator is called register A is there. Accumulator is called a register A is there, and B is the another register. B is the another register is there. So the use of the B is used for in calculation, which is the addition, sorry, multiplication and division purpose. We have to use the register B is there. They ask the question in online examination every time when online examination of 8051 is doing. They ask the question is what is the use of what is use of the register B, or where the register B is used for multiplication and division is the answer of that. Okay, so you must remember this thing. Then this is a oscillator is there. This is the oscillator, or you can say as a crystal oscillator is there. We are connected XTL and XTL2 is there. 12 megahertz crystal oscillator, we have to connect it to the 8051 is there. This is our VCC and ground is there. Another is the timing control register. These are the pins you are discussing the pin diagram. What is the use of that pins in briefly in your pin diagram is there. So P strobe pin is there, arithmetic logic pin is there, external access pin is there, and reset pins are there. We discuss one by one in the pin diagram is there. Another is the this is the stack pointer. We know that program counter, this is the program counter, and this is the stack pointer is there. Program counter and stack pointer are the 16-bit. Stack pointer and program counter are the 16-bit data is there. Stack pointer is used for your interrupt purpose, and your program counter is also 16. Program counter is contain the program counters contain a memory locations of the instructions are there, and stack pointers contain the for the interrupt purposes there. So remember these things are there. Then another is the these are the registers. These are the registers we have discussed: SCON, TMOD, TCON, then timer, TL1, TL0, then instruction in interrupt priorities there. This is the interrupt enable IS, interrupt enable IPs, interrupt priority as there. This is the control register, serial timer control, timer mode is there. So these are the registers are there, 8-bit registers are there. One by one we have discussed this register, and we have a timing diagram program also. We have to set the timer, or we have to set the counter by using these two registers, tmod and tcon is there, and using that you have to use that in your programming is there. 8051 programming for the timer. You see in unit number 3 is there. We're discussing the timers in unit number 3. There is the registers for the timers are there. And you have to do the programming for the timer is there. So the timers, these are the timers are there. Then this is latch for connection is there. Port 2, port 1 is there. This RAM register is there. This is ACC means accumulator is there. B register accumulator is there for the purpose. This is the architecture of 8051 is there. Only difference is that they are contain the RAM and ROM which is present on chip, which is not present in the processor is there. So one by one discuss one by one point in briefly in next point. Next slide. See, first is the accumulator ALU. ALU performs what performs it is arithmetic operations and logic operations. By using ALU, you have to do the arithmetic operations and logic operations. Arithmetic operations means what? You have to do the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And for logical operation, you have to do add, XOR, and OR is there. Okay, so this is the use of the ALU. ALU is 8-bit, so that our microcontroller is a 8-bit. So that our microcontroller is the 8-bit is there. The next is the accumulator. Accumulator is the 8-bit. Accumulator is 8-bit. So same thing in 8085 and 8051 is that all the operations related to the addition, subtraction, multiplication, all the result are stored into the accumulator result. Without accumulator, you can't store the result anywhere. First, the result must be stored into the accumulator. So this is the similarity between 8085 and 8051. All the arithmetic operations are done in the accumulator is there. So accumulator is store the 8-bit data is there. So this is a accumulator for the arithmetic operation. So this is similarity between 8085 and 51 is there. Okay. Next, B register. So this is the importance of the B register, importance of B register for your online examination also. 8-bit, this B is the 8-bit register. It is the 8-bit register. Okay, 8-bit register. It is used in multiplication and division operation. You must remember this. Multiplication and division operation, we have to use the register B is there. For multiplication, higher order, if after multiplication, if all the registers store the 8-bit data, you know that all the registers store the 8-bit data. But after multiplication, if result is 16-bit, then where it is stored? Because I am saying that every time for the addition, subtraction, multiplication, all data stored into the accumulator is there. But problem is created that the multiplication of the 8-bit numbers will answer is the 16-bit. Then what we have to do? Where we have to store this 16-bit data is there. So for that purpose, we have to use the accumulator and register B is there. So accumulator is store the higher order data, or MSB data is there, and lower order is stored into the register B is there. So higher order is stored into the register A, and means accumulator, and lower order is stored into register B is there. So for the multiplication, we have to use register A and register B is there, because 16-bit data we can't store anywhere. In your 8085, what they are doing? They are create pairs. They are create the pairs of the register. Which pairs are there? BC, DE and HL pairs are there. In that pairs, you have to store the 16-bit data is there. But here in your 8051, there is no pair is there. So for that calculation purpose, they are use the register B for the multiplication and division is there. So where division we have to use, suppose you have to divide the two numbers, the quotient is stored into the register A and remainder is stored into the register B. This is very favorite question for your online examination. This very favorite question of online examination is there. Where is your store the register A is there. So register A in register A after the division, after the after the division, where you have to quotient is stored into the register A is there. Quotient, you know that what is the quotient is there. Quotient is stored into the register A is there, and remainder is stored into register B is there. Remainder is stored into the register. You must remember these things. Very very important point in your online examination is there. So see the difference between 8085 and 8051. In 8085 there is a register pair, but in 8051 there is a no register pairs are there. There is no register pairs are there. There is a register A and register B is used for such a calculations are there. So this is the next point for the B register is there. So quotient is in A and remainder in register B is there. Okay. Next is the program counter. We are discussing briefly in program counter in your 8085 there. It is 16-bit. It stores the address of the instruction and piece program counter start from the 000H. You know that. Then DPTR. Okay, this is the another difference between our 8051 and this one. The DPTR is there. Data pointer is there. Okay, data pointer is what is use of the data pointer is there. Data pointer is hold the address of data memory. Hold the address of the data memory is there. Okay, it is hold the address of data memory is there. Okay, hold the address of data memory is there. So see the data memory. So difference between the 805 and 8085 and 8051 C. Yes, this is the architecture. This is the Harvard and von Neumann architecture is there. It is a Harvard and von Neumann architecture is there, which is the used, which is where in Neumann architecture, one of the memory, this memory is act as a data memory and address memory. Why I'm discussing, because DPTR is the where you have to address of the data is stored, where the address of the data is stored. So this is a which Harvard structure is there. So I'm discussing these two structures. What is the difference between these two? See, there are two types of structure present in designing the microcontroller is there. First is Harvard microcontroller, microprocessor is there. Harvard and von Neumann architecture is there. See, in first structure, von Neumann architecture. What is von Neumann architecture? In von Neumann architecture, only one memory is act as a data memory and code memory. Only one memory is act as a data memory and code memory. Remember this thing. Only one memory is act as a data memory and code memory. Okay. Suppose you have to take one cupboard is there. In that cupboard, there is a no rack. In that cupboard, there is a no rack, or there is a no rack. You can place all the books. Suppose you have to place all the books into the cupboard is there. There is a no rack is there. Then what? It is very difficult to search any book is there. So in von Neumann structure, what they are doing, there are only one memory is there. They are using only one memory is there, and in that memory you can store the data also, you can store the program also. You can store the data also, and you can store the program also. So you have to fetch the data, you have to take the data, or you have to take the program. You have to use same memory. So it is very required more time to fetch such a data is there. But in your Harvard structure, what data memory is different, program memory is different. Data memory is different, program memory is different. Means what? In cupboard, you have to make a shelf is there. First year book in upper side, second year book on second side, and third year book on the last cupboard. Last part of the cupboard is there. 3 racks of in the cupboard is there. So if you want to want any book from the first year, you can go to the directly from the first rack of the cupboard, and you have to fetch the book is there. So it's very easy to fetch the books from the cupboard is there. So it's very easy to catch the search the book is there. So in Harvard structure, you can search any instruction, any data directly from your the memory is there. So in hardware structure, memory part is program memory part is different and data memory part is. So for that purpose, we have to use the DPTR is there. In program counter, only the instruction data location is stores, but in DPTR, we have store the data in data locations in that DPTR is there. So our 8051 is hardware structure is there. It is also in your online examination question is there, which structure of the 8051. So 8051 is a hardware structure is there. Hardware structure is there. But drawback of the structure, see, if you have one cupboard is there, cost of the cupboard is less. But if you want to use the three shelf in your cupboard, so three shelves have additional cost for that cupboard is there. So your cost will be increases in your hardware. But in cost, apart from cost, in if you design the 8051, required a more more lines to fetch the program memory and data memory is there. So more address bus is there. So structure is complicated. So structure is complicated in your hardware machine structure. So this is the one drawback of this. But in von Neumann structure, there is a no complex structure is because there is only a one memory which is access data memory and code memory there. So these are the two differences are there, but where we have to use the controller, then you have to design such a controller is there. So where we required a complex structure, but we required output from, we required a speed of the calculation is more, then you have to hardware structure, but your speed of this calculation is less, but we required less complex structure is there, then we can use the von Neumann machine is there, von Neumann architecture is there. So depending upon you, you have to we have to design a microcontroller is there. So remember these things. Our 8051 is hardware machine or hardware structure where data memory and program memory are different. Data memory and program memory are different. Program instruction are stored into the program counter, and your uh, data memory location is stored into the DPTR. So this is the use of the DPTR is there. That's why I'm telling, because in 8085 only a program counter and a stack pointer is there. There is no DPTR present in 8085, but in 8051 there is a DPTR is there to store the data is there. So remember, 8051 is hardware structure is there. So DPTR is a 16-bit register is there. It is a 16-bit register. It is having the two independent registers as there, DPTL and DPL and DPH is there. It is having two register DPL and DPH is there. You have two register independent 8-bit registers are DPL and DPH is there. Okay, so this is the 16-bit DPTR register. It is the 16-bit DPTR register is there. It is called as data pointer. It is called a data number, which is a part of the 8051 is there. Then you know that the stack pointer is there. Stack pointer is 16-bit. Last in, first out is the part of the stack is there. We are discussing the stack in brief in 8085 there. It is used for the interrupt is there. There are two instructions. There are pop instruction and push instruction. Push instruction is required to put the data into the stack pointer, and pop instruction is used to fetch data from your stack pointer there. So last entry in the stack pointer, which is the first out from the stack pointer is there. So remember this thing, this 16-bit is there. So it is contain 3 16-bit register, which is first is the program counter, second is the data pointer, and third is the stack pointer is there. Then this is the register bank. This is the register bank of the 8051. In the register bank, how many registers are there? There are 4 register banks up there. It contains a 4 register bank. 4 register banks are there. Each register is contain a each bank contain a R0 to R7 register is there. Each bank is contain the R0 to R7 registers are there. Each bank contain R0 to R7 registers are there. Each bank is contain R0 to R7 registers are there. So 8 registers are there. So you have to moving the data from one location to the another location, and the which bank you have to select from 8051 programming. That for that purpose we have to use the PSW register, which is called the program status word. By using program status word, you have to select the register bank. Means you have to select the bank 0, you have to select the bank 1, you have to select the bank 2, or you have to select bank 3 is there. So all banks are selected by using the program status word. We'll discuss in how we have to select this in next slide is there. So bank 0 is the default bank. Bank 0 is the default bank. Bank 0 is the default bank. Okay, understood? So how many banks of the 8051 is? 4 banks are there. How many registers are present in each bank is there? Each bank contain the 8 registers are there, R0 to R7. How many bit size of that each register is there? 8 bit is the size of the each register is there. 8 bit is the size of the each register is there. 8 bit is the 8 bit is the size of the each register is there. Okay, understood? So this is the register bank is there. So we are discussing the program status word. Program status word is there. Program status word is similar to the, it is similar to your flag register in 8085. It is similar to the flag register in the 8085 there. It is similar to flag register 80. So program status word is 8-bit register, same as a flag register is there, same as a flag register. Where we have to use it is execution for the arithmetic instruction and logic instruction. We are discussing at the time of the programming in 8085. If you uh, subtract the small value, larger value from the small value, then what will happen? You will get the answer, but your sign flag will be one is there. Your sign flag will be one is there. But here is no sign flag is present in your program status word. But in there is sign flag is there. If parity flag will generate, if number of one present in result are even, then parity flag will be one. And if number of ones are zeros, then parity flag will be the zero is there. Okay. Then what is the use of this PSW? First, it is 8-bit register. It is used for the arithmetic logic. Second, it is used to select the register bank. It is used to select the register bank. Bank 0 is the default bank, but you have to select the register bank is there. Okay. How to select the register bank? First, we have discussed, then we will go to the, see, here is the R0. This is the RH1 and RH0. Each decided the register bank is there. Okay, here I am writing here. PSW is the bank 0 if 00 is there. Means RH1 is 0, RH0 is 0. Then 00 by default, bank 0 will be selected. By default, the 0 will be selected. This 0 will be selected. If you want to select, you want to bank 1 is there, then you have to put RH1 is 0 and RH0 is 1, then bank 1 will be selected. Bank 2 is the 1 0. Bank 2 is the 1 0, RH1 is 1, RH0 is 0, then you have to select the bank 2 is there. And bank 3, you have to select 1 1 is there. For bank 3, you have to put 1 1 is there. For bank 3, you have to put 1 1 is there in your RS1 and RS0, then you will select the bank 3 is there. So here is the, our RH1 and RH0 is used for select the bank. RH1 and RH0 is used to select the bank is there. So you must remember these things. So where we have to use RH1 and RH0, when RH1 is 0, RH2 is 0, you have to select the bank 0. So by default, RH1 and RH0 in program status word is 0 0. Why they are saying bank 0 is by default selected? Because in RS, in program status word, RS1 and RS0 is put 0 by default. So bank 0 is by default, you have to select is there. Okay. The next you are discussing this is the F0 carry flag. You know that the carry flag, and you know that the auxiliary carry flag is there. Okay. Carry flag means what? When MSB bit is carries 1 or carries borrow, then carry flag will be generated. Auxiliary carry means what? Higher order bit means after nibble or 4 nibble of from right to left, if carry generated, then auxiliary carry is there. Then this is the parity flag. This is the parity flag. What is the parity flag? You know that if number of ones are there, then you have to, even numbers are there, in result is 1. 1 is even number, then parity flag will be 1. If it is 0, parity flag will be 0. Next is the overflow flag. This is different, in not present in your 8085. It is the overflow flag. Overflow flag means what? If your result size is more than the 8-bit, then the overflow flag will be generated. See, if there is a tank is there, if your water is full in tank, then what? The water will be overflow from the tank. So this is called the overflow is there. But in our in our 80 controller and in mathematics, see where is overflow is there. If you're, I think all of you doing the C programming is there. Okay, you are doing C programming there. There are data types are there. You know that data types are integer, float, character, long integer, double integer. These are the characteristics. Sorry, these are the data types of the. If I am writing the integer is the data types. Integer a. If I am writing the integer a, and if I am multiply the two numbers are there, I am writing the program, and to multiply the two numbers are there. And if two numbers is having the range is more than, what is the range of your integer is there, if you remember that range of the integer is 0 to, I think, 32,367, if I'm sure, 32,367 maybe. This is the range of the integer is there. So 0 to 32,667, if your answer of the multiplication in between this, your answer will be shown by the integer is there. Your answer is shown by this variable a is there. If you multiply the two numbers, if you multiply the two numbers and your multiplication in the range of 0 to 32,367 is there, then result a, which is to show the result. If your range is more than that, if your answer is suppose 40,000, if you multiply the two numbers and if your answer is 40,000, if you write a program in C programming, your answer will be negative, or you will not answer is the proper answer. Not negative, maybe a negative or maybe another value is there, but your answer is not right, because our A is having a capacity to store the data is only up to the 32,067, which is from 0 to 32,067. But your answer is more than that, that your answer is overflow, that your answer is overflow, so that your not processor not give the, or controller is not give the answer is there, because your range is up to the 32,036 7 is 367 is there. So this is the overflow flag. Means what is the overflow flag is that if your answer is not in the range of your data types, then your flag, overflow flag, will be show 1 is there. If your answer is in between in the range, then your overflow flag is 0. This is in the C program, but in your microcontroller, what is the overflow is there? C. Your register A is 8-bit, your register B is 8-bit. So all the registers have the 8-bit is there. If your answer is above 8-bit, means above 32-bit, above 60-bit answer is there, this data is not stored in your register A or in register B is there, so that the controller give the instruction to the user that overflow flag will be 1 is there. So overflow flag will be 1. So you remember this overflow flag means what? What is the definition of overflow flag? Overflow flag means if your answer is not in the range, if your answer is not in the range, overflow flag will be 1 is there. So difference between carry, they ask the question, what is the difference between the carry flag and overflow flag is there? Carry flag means what? If your MSB is give the carry of 1 after MSB carry is generated, then carry flag will be 1 is there. But in overflow flag, if your answer is more the value of which is stored into the your data types, then your overflow flag will be generated. So remember this thing, this is the overflow flag is there. Okay, so remember this thing, it is not in present in 8085, it is present in your 8051 is there. I am discussing this one next. So already we are discussing the, how many ports are there. It contains the 4 ports are there. It contains the 4 ports, port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. All ports are 8-bit. See why 8-bit ports? Advanced microprocessor will be generated, sorry, microcontroller will be generated. They are giving the 4 ports, but one port is 4-bit, another port is 8-bit, third port is 8-bit. So they divide the ports, or less number of bit pins are given to connect the data there. But here is the all the ports, which is, it is the basic of 8051, is the basic controller is the first controller you can say as that. So here only all the data is the 8-bit, all are the 8-bit is there, 8-bit ports are there. Another is, remember these things, it is important in your online examination is there. See port 0, see what is the port 0? Port 0 is input output, similar, all ports are input ports, huh? All ports are input output ports. Port 0, port 1, port 2, and port 3, all are the input output ports. Remember this, input ports means you have to connect the input to the port, or you have to take the output from this port is there. So all the ports are input ports, only difference C, all the ports C. In port 0, what you have to multiplex with data and address. This is the first we are discussing at the time of pin diagram. This is the AD0 to AD7. AD0 to AD7 is the pin for the port 0 is multiplex. Multiplex means what? What is the meaning of the multiplex? Means that you are working as an input port for this pin also, and you are to working as address and data bus of the pin also. Okay, why we are pins the multiplex? If anybody asks the questions, why we are multiplex the pins are there? If you are not multiplex the pins, what will happen? If you are not multiplex the pin, what will happen? Our 8051 is 40 pin IC. Our 8051 is the 40 pin IC. If you are not multiplex the pins, what will happen? We require the more pins. We require the 8 pins for the data again. We require the 8 pins for the addresses there. But we are using the same pins for the two purposes are there. We are using the same pin for the two purposes are there, for the data bus also, address bus also, and we have to use for the port 0 also. So you have to remember these things. Number of pins required in designing the controller will be less due to the multiplexing. So multiplexing is important. Multiplexing is important in any controller processor because less number of pins will be required is there. Our what is the aim is our 2M is there. See, if you are designing the controller, only 2M is there. First aim is you have to reduce the size of your circuit is there, and another aim is you have to increase the speed of the calculation. Only two aims are there. Okay. Then cost will be the another part, but the main aim to design such a things are there. You have to increase the speed of the data, increase the calculation speed of the data, and you have to reduce the size of the processor is there. So this is the multiplexing of data and address bus is there. Next is the port one is there. Next is the port one is there. Port one is input port, and there is no multiplexing is there. Then port two. Port 2 is multiplies with a higher order. This is a lower order address bus, and here is a higher order address bus. Here is a higher address bus A8 to A15. See, same in 8051 and 8085, 8-bit data bus and a 16-bit address bus is there. Same, there is no difference. That's why I'm not explaining briefly. There is no difference between 8085 and 8051 is there. It is 8-bit data and 16-bit address bus is there. Okay. Then port 3 is input. It is multi-space serial communication. We're discussing the serial communication briefly. In serial communication, multiplex with the serial communication. So only port 1 is not multiplex. So in your online examination, they ask the question, which port is not multiplex, or dash dash port is not multiplex. So which port is not multiplex? Port 1 is not multiplex in your 8051 is there, but all other ports are multiplex. Port 0 is multiplex with the lower order data bus and address bus. Port 2 is multiplexed with the higher order database, and port 3 is multiplexed with the serial communication instead. So you have to remember these things. This is important. Then these are the timers are there. Timers are there. These are the timers of the 16-bit. Okay, these are the timers of the 16-bit. We are discussing the time. We are discussing briefly timers. Is the TMOD and TCON is the two registers for the timer is there. Is TMOD and TCON is the two registers for the timer is there. How these registers will be denoted? How by using that register? How to do the programming for the timer is there? What is the use of the timer is there? Timer is used to suppose you want to generate the square wave. If you want to generate the square wave, then we require a timer is for generating the square wave, sine wave. We require a timer is the timer required, and by using that you have to generate the square wave is there. So this is the timer. We're discussing the program of the timer in next chapter. I think chapter number unit number 3. Then these are the interrupts are there. Timer 0 interrupts are there. Timer 1 interrupts are there. These are external hardware interrupt 0, interrupt 1, and this is serial communication. RI means what? RI means receive interrupt. R means receive. I means interrupt is there. TI means transmit interrupt. T means transmit. I means interrupt is there. So these are the interrupts are there. 5 interrupts are there, and 2 timers are there. 16-bit timers. See, in advanced microcontroller, there are different timers are there. Some timers are 8-bit also, but in 8051, all timers are there. 16-bit are there. Okay, all the timers from 2 timers are 16-bit are there. So this is the pin diagram of the 805. It's very easy to remember all the pins. It's very easy to remember all the pins. See, okay, see, see how many pins 40 pin IC is there. 40 pin IC. See 8085 also 40 pin, 8051 also 40 pin IC. Both are the 40 pin ICs there. See, in out of 40 pin, this is the port 1. Okay. How many pins? 8 pins. Okay. This is the port 0. How many pins? 8 pins are there. Okay. Then where is the port 2? Here is the port 2. How many pins? 8 pins are there. And here is a port 3 is there. 8 pins are there. So how many ports are there? Sorry. So this is the port 8 is there. Okay. So how many ports out of 40 is, how many ports are there? 32 pins are there. Understood? See, apart from 40 pins, 32 pins are the port pins. Okay. How many remains there? 2 pins. 2 pins. What? 1 pin, 20 pin is for the ground, and this 1 pin is the VCC. Okay. 2 pins are vanished. After that, 2 pins are for the crystal oscillator. So these are the 2 pins which is the crystal oscillator is there. Okay. So how many pins? 32, 34 and 36. So only 4 pins are remaining. And you know that the working of these 4 pins or how their work is the 4 pins. So this is the 1 pin, this is the 2nd pin, this is the 4th pin, and reset is the, sorry, 3rd pin, and this reset is the 4th pin. Understood? So if anybody say how many pins? 40 pins. How to divide the 40 pins? 4 pins are the 4, sorry, 32 pins for the 4 ports are there, 32 pins. 2 pins for the VCC and ground is there. 2 pins for the crystal oscillator connector is there, and 4 pins are the separate pins. So these are the 4 pins which is the separate pins. These are the 4 pins which are the separate pins. So whole calculation will be the 40 pins are there. So remember, everybody asks, means if there is a practical examination is there, in practical examination, if ask the question is there, give me the 40 pin explanation is there. So remember that what is the, how to give the 40 pin explanation is there. You have the 32 pins for the port, 2 for the ground and VCC, 2 for the crystal, and 4 for the different pins. So see, I'm previous slide I'm discussing the multiplexing of the data is there, or multiplexing of the port is there. So only port 1 is not multiplexed. Only port 1 is not multiplexed is there. There is no any pin is connected to the port 1 is there. Port 0 is multiplexed with how? Port 0 is multiplexed with higher, sorry, lower order data and address bus. If it is X data bus, D0 to D7. If it is address bus, AD0 to AD7 is there. So port 0 is act as a multiplexed with the lower order address bus. Port 0 is multiplexed with the lower order address bus, which is the AD0 to AD7 is there. Okay. Another is port 2. Port 2, I am saying port 2 is multiplexed with higher order address bus, not data bus, because data is only 8 bit is there. Only data is 8 bit. So AD0 to AD7 is multiplexed with the port 0, and port 2 is multiplexed with the A8 to A8 to 850, which is the higher order address bus is there. Another is port 3 is multiplexed with the which? Serial input output. It is serial communication, or you can say serial input output is there. Serial communication purpose is port 3 is multiplexed. So what is the RxD? RxD is received, TxD is transferred. It is interrupt 0, interrupt 1. This is the T0, timer 0, T1 is timer 1, then read and write purpose. So serial communication purpose, we have to use that. So RxD and TxD for the transmit. So how to remember the port 3 pins are there? 2 pins for the transmission purpose. How transmission should say? For the transmission and receiving, there means for communication purpose. Here you can say for the communication. So for communication purpose, we have to use only 2 pins are there, which is the RxD and TxD there. Another 2 pins are for the interrupt purpose. Interrupt 0 and interrupt 1, which are the external interrupt, we have to connect it to the 8051 is there. Another 2 pins for the related for the timer is there. How many timers are there in 8051? There are 2 timers are there. So timer 0 and timer 1. So give the timing to the 8051. We have to use these 2 pins are there. T0 and T1 is there. So these are the 2 pins for the 2 timers, which is the 16 bit is there. And then another is you have to write anything on the 8051, or you have to read from the 8051, read and write pins are there. So understood, these are the pins. And ground and VCC unit, that 5 volt supply is required to start the 8051 is there, and ground pin unit you have to connect to the ground is there. Okay, so these are the pins are there. We are discussing the 4 pins in next slides are there. Okay, understood everybody? 8051 pin diagram and architecture. Hello, 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 समझते का? Okay, understood everybody? Okay, so these are the 8051 architecture and pin diagram is there. Okay, so one by one we will discuss the pin. Just up to this we have discussed and then stop. This is the port 3. In port 3, port 0 is pin number 32, 30, 39 is there. Port 0 is pin number 42 to 39 is there. This total 8 pins are there, used for the both input and output. I am discussing 80 to 87. The use of, we are discussing the ALE pin. After that we are discussing this point. Then port 1 we are discussing, port 2 is there. Then port 3 is, see I am writing here, port 0 is serial input line. This is the serial output line is there, means this is the external interrupt 0, external interrupt 1 is there, timer 0 external input, and timer 1 external input is there. For the external write data memory, write data into that, and you have to read the data from that. Okay, reset pin we are discussing next lecture. So this is the today's session is there. In that session we are discussing the architecture, we are discussing the architecture and the program status, what is there. Okay, so if you have any difficulty, ask me. That I'm taking the present is there. You can ask in comment also. There is no need to ask in mic. If you want to ask in comment. See, in 8051, the program is very easy as compared to the 8085 is there. And there is no need to write a hex code into the 80. There is a software which is the Kale software is there. And in that Kale software, you have to directly do all the programs are there. There is 8051 simulator or emulator also present, where we have to connect directly hardware to there. You have to connect directly hardware to that. Suppose you want to do the program is rotate the motor is there. If you want to do the program rotate the DC motor is there. So you have to write the program in your software, Kale software, or there is one simulator is there. Is there. You have to connect directly the motor softwarely in your in PC. You have to connect directly software, write down the program, and then motor will be run is there. So you can, by using hardware also, you have to connect the 8051 kit is there. You have to see the interfacing them, and you can rotate the motor, or you can LCD displays there. So these are peripherals you have to connect to the 8051 is there.